Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading will be slightly different than the usual mid-monthly reading. And I'll explain why and how I'm going to do that. So first of all, I'd like to again apologize for not posting the general readings for the month of June and for not posting any videos over the past couple of weeks. I've been dealing with some personal issues, so instead of trying to go back and do that now, and we're at the middle of the month, I've decided to go ahead with the mid-monthly readings, but instead of just doing the love and romance and career and finance portion of the reading, I'm adding in additional cards for sort of a general overview for the remaining part of the month. So that's what you see here. So I'll be using for the general reading for the last 2 weeks of June, I'll be using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck. I'm knocking stuff over here. Okay, and that's by Jennifer Galasso. And I will be pulling an oracle card to go along with that from the Sacred Traveler Oracle Card deck by Denise, Linn. For the love and romance portion of the reading, I will be using these oracle cards. I've used them before, not in a while. I haven't used them in a while actually, but I was led to use them for the mid-monthly. So the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reid. And I will pull an additional oracle card for the love and romance reading from James Van Praag's The Power of Love activation cards. And looking at career and finance, I'll be using the Chrysalis Tarot. Okay, and this is Paintings by Holly Sierra and written by Tony Brooks. And as additional guidance for the career and finance, I will be pulling a Life Purpose Oracle card by Doreen Virtue. Okay, again, as I like to remind you, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested, you can contact me using the INSTANTGO app. Just download the app and search for me. On the app, I'm Changing Phases Tarot. I've put the information about the INSTANTGO app in the information box below. Or you could email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com or take a look at my site, changingphasestarot.weebly.com. There you'll find the types of readings that I offer as well as pricing. And just, like I usually try to do in these, I don't always remember, but I try to just, thank everybody. I really do appreciate all of my viewers, everybody who takes the time to watch my videos, especially, to like, to comment. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. So I will stop for now, and we'll see each of the signs in 1 second for your reading. Hi Cancer, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your mid-monthly reading for June 2018. As you can see, I have already laid the spreads here just to try to save a little bit of time. And as I explained in the introduction, I have included an additional mini spread here, which is sort of the general reading for the last 2 weeks of the month, in addition to the love and romance and the career and finance. So we will begin with the general reading. And you have here in the past position the 8 of Cups. This card keeps coming out this month. I've had it in a number of readings. Followed by Major Arcana number 19, the Sun. And the outbound energy for the month of June heading into July. Major Arcana number 18, the Moon. So you have the Sun and the Moon. And the overall energy for the last 2 weeks of the month, the 3 of Pentacles. And the oracle card that came out from the Sacred Traveler deck is Answering the Call. The time is now. And we'll talk more about the oracle card after we go through the main reading here. So starting off with the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is, Cups energy deals with emotions, feelings, relationships, has to do with intuition, psychic abilities as well. And the 8 of Cups is one of the, the transition cards in the Tarot. It generally speaks of moving away leaving behind something that no longer serves you in search of something, better, or something that's going to bring you greater joy, fulfillment. And you can see here that the woman is actually, she's turned her back to whatever this is, whether this is a situation, a job, a relationship. She's turned her back. All of the cups she's, she's tasted or, sort of experienced, had whatever the 8 cups there offered her at one time, but now they're all, they're empty, they've spilled out, and they no longer bring her, the satisfaction, the joy that she needs. And so she's leaving, she's walking away, she's transitioning out of that one situation, right, event, heading into something else. And there's always a sense of regret or sadness, possibly, at leaving behind something in the past. But then there's this also, this sort of expectation and this kind of, thinking about what lies ahead, and what, obviously what she's hoping for is that what lies ahead is going to bring her, greater joy, greater fulfillment. And so she's heading in search of that. And then, the card immediately after it in the present position, the Sun card, definitely, speaks of happiness, fulfillment. The Sun card is, it's probably the most positive card in the tarot deck. It's a card of, if you've been waiting for an answer on something, the Sun is usually, sort of this beautiful yes type of energy. It's a very positive card. It's a card of success, happiness, and in general, the Sun comes in to shine its light on the person. So it has to do with good health. It has to do with just sort of positive energy in general, just feeling good, all is right with the world. But it also comes in to provide enlightenment. The Sun shines its light on a situation, provides, that clarity that maybe you're really needing. And you see that here with the 8 of Cups, the woman is walking away, from whatever this situation is at nighttime, right? We have the moon there, and so she's walking away in the middle of night. Here we have, this beautiful sunshine coming in, just basically saying that, everything is going to be okay. It's a card of great confidence, of self-assurance, assuredness. It's a card that really speaks of happiness and joy. Can have to do with children or childhood. We do have, the woman with the child on the card. Some type of, new cycle, sort of a positive rebirth almost, which, after leaving whatever this is, it's now a beautiful new cycle coming in. And then with the moon sitting next to it, it's interesting because, again, there's clarity, possibly news, or figuring something out, having that clarity that you need. But the moon oftentimes asks us to use, a different, or to figure things out in a different manner, right? And usually that involves using our intuition, paying attention to dreams, because whereas the Sun shines its light and illuminates, the moon, it tends to cast a shadow, right? Yes, there's moonlight, but the moonlight casts shadows. And so sometimes this card, it has to do with, sometimes it has to do with fears. I mean, it can be, facing those fears, that type of thing, in order to continue on with our journey. But it also, it speaks of needing to rely on instinct, right, as we find our way, or as we move on down this next path, whatever that path is. We have here, the beautiful moon goddess, and obviously all the phases of the moon. So the moon we associate with dreams, the subconscious, that dream state, psychic abilities, intuition, and then trusting, needing to trust in our psychic and, our abilities and our intuition to possibly guide us, to provide us with information, to figure things out. So, it's sort of, yes, you might be getting clarity, and things might, they might start kind of making sense or you're figuring things out. But then there's also this sort of second message here with the moon that, all right, but in addition to that, you also need to pay attention to, you know, your dreams, your intuition, things like that to figure out the rest. And it does have to do with this new path and walking away. And then with the Three of Pentacles as the overall energy for the last 2 weeks of the month, the Suit of Pentacles, it deals with the material things in life. So the things, you know, those tangible things we can touch and feel and hold on to, tangible results. It's the work that we do, the money that we earn. It's our home. It's material things, you know, material prosperity, possessions, financial abundance. Has to do also with education, knowledge, right? And the Three of Pentacles, sometimes this card comes in when there's kind of a goal that's been reached, or you know, a short-term project or short-term goal that you've managed to achieve or finish. And it's all about, you know, keeping your eye on the prize, keep working hard. You know, with this Three of Pentacles, usually you've come up with a plan, you know, you've been following that plan so far, but it's good to keep your, you know, your eye on the bigger picture, understand that you need to keep working hard, you need to be persistent, you know, whatever your dreams are. If this is going down a completely new path here, you know, it's going to work out. I mean, with the Sun card shining over the spread, you know, this is positive. It is going to work out. But there's, you know, there's this, you need to keep your eye on the, whatever the end, you know, goal is, the end plan. You need to just keep working, keep doing what you're doing. Sometimes the Three of Pentacles comes in when there's a need to partner with other people, work with other people who might be coming in to help you reach this end goal. It can have to do with you studying, you know, taking extra courses, doing something to sort of perfect or master a skill in order to, you know, continue on with whatever this project is. And then we have this Answering the Call card. Let me find my guidebook. I like to read the full description for the Oracle cards. And we have, hold on, Answering the Call. Here we go. It says, you have been called. The sacred journey always starts with a call. You might feel ready or you might be uncertain and not willing, but when you receive the call, you must respond. If you've been waiting for your life to turn out, the waiting is over. Your true and authentic life is happening. If you've been hoping for a sign, this is it. Right now, you've been called and a gateway is opening for communications from the spirit realms. The energy of courage surrounds you. You may not know what the future brings, but you do know that it is now time to act and go forward. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know, Spirit is trying to get your attention. Right now, your spirit helpers are telling you that this is your time. Listen with your heart. Your time is now. Do it now. Throw your shoulders back, take a deep breath, and plunge forward. The waiting is over. No matter what concerns or hesitations you may have, in the deepest sense, you are ready. Believe, trust, follow the signs, there will be many, and miracles will abound. Which is interesting because I know we haven't gotten to the career portion of your reading yet, but kind of, you know, obviously different cards, but similar messages. So, you know, this could very well, this general reading, it could be sort of tied in with, or, you know, or there are similar messages that you had, you know, just like with the career reading. So this might be, you know, this walking away and then this new, whatever this new path is, you know, and you're being enlightened. And with the moon card here, you know, definitely, I mean, we had in the description of Answering the Call, speaking about the signs, right? The signs, the synchronicities. Pay attention to those. Pay attention to your intuition. But just know that, you know, it is the time. The time is now, and you're heading in the right direction. Interesting. All right, let's keep going. We have a lot to get through here. So, the love and relationships. I'm using Oracle cards. I haven't used these in a while, but I've been getting interesting messages with them, so I'm enjoying using them again this month. We have in the past position, card number 12, a change in the wind, followed by Card number 19, flexible. And the outbound energy, card number 51, milk and honey. And the overall energy for love and relationships for the last 2 weeks of the month, card number 48, poised. And the oracle card is past. Through the power of love, you release any stagnant situations or energy in order to transform your heart space. Interesting. We'll see how this ties in with the rest of the cards here. So beginning with the card number 12, so a change in the wind. Well, obviously, with the, let me hold the card up again. We have the moon at the top, but then, there's the weather vane, obviously, representing this change coming in here, right? The winds of change. So there could be a change in, if you're currently in a relationship, there might be a shift in the relationship, either how you're viewing the relationship or acting in the relationship, your feelings towards, the person, the other person, or the relationship, or vice versa. If you're not currently in a relationship, this could have to do with, things are starting to pick up. It does happen in the past. So it could be in the recent past that a change kind of started in the past. Things started to move ahead, right? If you haven't been dating for a while, there might have been a shift in your thinking. Maybe you decided to start dating again. Or, if you have been in a relationship and then all of a sudden, maybe you've been dating for a few weeks or a couple of months, and then, you kind of took a look at things and said, this isn't really what I think I want for myself. So, decided to have a talk with the person, or leave even the relationship. But however, obviously this is going to play out differently for everybody, but it's about change, but change that leads to growth, your growth, the other person's growth, understanding as well that in relationships, there are periods where maybe you and the other person, you're slightly out of sync. Things seem a little stormy, a little kind of crazy. You're not sure, which way things are going to go really. So it's about, maybe that you need to clear the air, maybe it's time for you to clear the air with the other person, have a fresh new start, and, just kind of think that whatever you have been going through, this will pass. So it can play out in different ways, but, the key word here is change, and change that leads to growth, and growth that is necessary for, both people in the relationship. In the present, you have flexible. I think this image is so interesting because we have, the egg, which must be difficult enough to try to balance on top of this egg, right? Without cracking it, without falling off of it. But, she's doing so, and she's in this back bend type of pose here. So, what does this card ask, or what does it talk about? It obviously it's about being flexible, but more, emotionally, mentally, being open-minded, adapting to a situation, within a relationship, being open to learn from the other person, being open to not be so rigid, letting go of rigidity, not needing to be right all the time, being flexible in the sense that, because many times when we spend, if you've been single for a while and you haven't had that, relationship where there's this give and take, and, you can kind of fall into this trap of just thinking that, your way is the right way, and, there is no need to compromise, but it's about meeting halfway, right? It's about meeting the other person halfway. Sometimes this has to do with having new experiences, right? Or learning something new, being very open, right? Even to do with the type of person. If you have been single for a while, maybe you have in the past tended to always end up dating the same type of person, or it seems like you always end up getting into the same type of relationship. This could be a chance for you to, kind of think outside of the box a little bit. Maybe the person, if you've recently met somebody, maybe this is, with this change in the wind coming in, could be a new person that blew into your life, right? Then it's about letting go of those, releasing the old ideas about, what type of person is the perfect partner for you. There is no perfect partner. And again, people come into our lives for different reasons, right? And this, a soulmate might turn up out of nowhere, might be somebody quite different than what we usually imagine or envision for ourselves, but that person has a great deal to offer you spiritually, emotionally. You can learn from the person, vice versa. So it's about keeping an open mind, being flexible, kind of going with the flow, being open to new situations, new people, new things. And then this milk and honey card is the outbound energy for the month. This is kind of like, makes me think of the sun card, it's just a very happy, we have this kind of happy picnic looking, right, this sort of picnic kind of spread here, this land of milk and honey, so everything is rosy here, and then we have the beautiful rainbow going over the top of it. So it's a card that speaks of great opportunities. It's a card that speaks of abundance. It's a card of happiness. If this is you getting into a new relationship, then it's a very positive card, right? It speaks of sort of a very positive, a very happy relationship with another person. If this is, can even have to do with passion, sort of passionate romance with another person. If this is just, family, because here we're looking at relationships as both romantic in nature, and non-romantic. So, it could just be, this loving type of moments that you're spending with family, right? Maybe you're just really enjoying and having a great time spending time with family and friends right now. If this is a relationship, then it's about you're feeling very fulfilled within the relationship. If you have met a new person, everything is kind of rosy, especially when, in the beginning phases of the relationship where everything is new, you're learning about the other person, you're being open, you're sharing. So it is that kind of, the sun shining down on you. It's that very, it's a very happy, it's the happy time of the relationship where you're learning, everything is brand new, And then with this poise, it's another card that kind of speaks of it's time. And we had the time is now in the previous reading, right? This poise card is kind of the same message, right? Where you are at a point in your life where you're ready, right? You're ready for something. You see that she's sort of on tippy toes on top of this pedestal, and she's just ready to take flight. She's ready for, could be something brand new, bringing something into your life, just feeling very, very confident, feeling very happy, and just kind of feeling ready, like you're ready for a different type of relationship. You're ready. If you haven't been in a relationship, maybe this is you just, okay, I've changed some things, or I've changed my way of thinking about certain things. I'm going to be more open-minded. I'm going to, put myself out there. I'm ready for that, and then this is something new and possibly a new relationship coming in here. And if it isn't a new relationship, it's, your relationships that you already have, friends, family, love, everything is very happy right now. Everything is, it's kind of you're giving, you're receiving, everything is, it's just a very beautiful type of reading here. And then you have something, again, with the past, and that did come through with these two cards, right? This need to, if you do have kind of these preconceived notions about people that you should date or shouldn't, or, that type of thing. This card, for the Oracle card, also speaks of the need to release that. Let me find the description for this card, past. It says, The past is done and the future is yet to be. All you have here is the now, and the past is your greatest teacher. Everything that has happened up until this moment is the product of the person you see in the mirror. That is why the power of now is so important. Only in the present do you have the opportunity to create both your past and your future. Always be mindful of your present moment thoughts, because in seconds, now will be your past, which you cannot get back. You don't want the past to steal your future, and the bridge between the two is the present. Begin to live in present time and always remember that through loving, compassionate thoughts and actions, you are creating a past that you can be proud of and a bright future that awaits. So, yeah, that could be it. It could definitely have to do with, releasing, letting go of any type of, past energy or past ways of thinking or behaving, and you're sort of poised. You're at this point in your life that, you're ready for this, either a brand new relationship, or possibly this has to do with, kind of revamping or, refreshing, renewing the current relationship that you're in. But it looks, looks very positive for the remainder of the month. Okay, let's get to the last part. I think I need to put this down just a little bit. There we go, and I'll move these over. And I'll show them to you in 1 second. Okay, so for the career and finance, in the past position, you have Major Arcana, number 6, the Lovers. In the present, the Ace of Mirrors. This would be the Ace of Cups. And the outbound energy for the month of June, Major Arcana number 13, Death. And in this deck is Ariadne. And the card from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the last 2 weeks, you have Major Arcana number 21, the World card. And in this deck, it's Psyche. Love this card. Look how beautiful. And the Oracle card from the Life Purpose deck you have is Counseling. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. Somebody else got this as well. I want to say Virgo or Scorpio. So like I usually mention, I mean, it's if, obviously these are general readings, so if the messages do not resonate, it's a good idea to, besides watching your sun sign video, to take a look at your moon sign and rising sign. Because some months, there'll be messages that are more, or maybe resonate more from one of the other readings. So just keep that in mind. All right. So the Lover's card in the past position. Well, the Lover's card, especially thinking about career, finance, it really has to do with a decision, right? And it really is more of a head or heart decision. It is in the past position here. So for some of you, that could have been, a situation, possibly, job related or related to your finances that you needed to make a decision about, right, in the recent past. And it was a significant decision because this, it is a Major Arcana card. Actually, out of the 4 cards, you have 3 of the 4 are Major Arcanas. So, definitely could be, a very significant decision that you were asked to make. So when, with the Lover's card, yes, if this were a relationship reading, it can definitely mean, that sort of life partner. It's a soulmate connection. But within the work, looking at work, finances, it could be an actual partnership. It could be you partnering up with another individual. It can also have to do with, again, this head or heart decision. So if you've been thinking about leaving a job, maybe you've been unhappy in your current job, you've been considering leaving it, right? You've been thinking about maybe starting a completely new career taking a new career path. But it's about this sort of head or heart. So do you go with, sort of the head decision, the job that maybe pays more money, or do you go with the heart, the one that really brings you happiness, that you really enjoy? So it's this kind of back and forth, and deciding which way to go, which path to choose here. So definitely a significant, decision coming through with this card, but it could have, could have been made in over the past week or so. And then in the present, you have this Ace of Mirrors. Usually, the Suit of Cups, again, we had Cups energy in the first reading, deals with emotions, feelings, relationships, intuition, psychic abilities. And usually the Ace of Cups or the Ace of Mirrors, it's the divine hand. It's the universe extending this beautiful offering to you. In this deck, it doesn't show, that hand of the universe, but in the traditional tarot, you see the hand coming out, extending from, the cloud, sort of the universe, offering you this beautiful chalice, and it's a brand new, can be, a brand new offering of love, or a brand new opportunity that is going to bring you great joy, great happiness. So there could have been, we're looking again at career, there could have been a new offer coming in. So this brand new beginning. Aces are very positive cards. There, if there was an answer that you've been waiting for, then this would generally be a yes to whatever that question is, because aces are usually yes, victory, success. And so this new beginning, so there was a choice, you've made this choice, right? New beginning with this Ace of Mirrors card. It's also, could be a new creative endeavor, a new job, a new creative project. And we see, this is sort of water flowing out of the mirror here. So lots of kind of creative energy flowing. So, there could definitely be a new project coming in for you that you're feeling very excited about, right? Is bringing you a great deal of joy. And then we have two cards that speak of, endings, beginnings. So we have new beginnings. So we have a significant choice, new beginnings, endings and beginnings, endings and beginnings. To summarize the reading, with the Death card here. Death, yes, it's definitely, a significant ending to, usually since it's a major arcana card, to a particularly long cycle or, a significant chapter in your life. So again, if this is a job that you've been at for a while, then this is an ending. But more than an ending, it's about the transformation that happens, right? The change that happens. The metamorphosis, the growth, the new things that come in after it. So you could definitely, there could be this ending of one job or one career path, and then immediately following, this new beginning, this beautiful new beginning. This could also have to do with, and I'm going back to the Lovers card here, there could have been a partnership opportunity. So you might, this choice, this new beginning, new opportunity might involve partnering with another person or, a couple of people. You see that here we have, besides the couple, there's also, we have all the animals there, but we also have, there's the man at the bottom. So there could be, either partnering with somebody else or, even working with 2, 3 other people. So coming together, this could be you helping also somebody else, working together on whatever this new opportunity is. And then, a similar message with the World card, but the World card is the overall energy for the last 2 weeks of the month. It's a very, a very significant, strong, powerful ending. And then again, a beautiful new beginning, right? The World card is the last card of the major arcana, and it's the culmination of the Fool's journey. The Fool begins his journey with the 0 card. He goes through, all of the spiritual and you sort of emotional, the growth through the major arcana cards until reaching card number 21, which is the end of his journey. So this is all about, it's a card of success. It's about completion. So possibly completing, a very significant cycle in your life. There's, some type of understanding also, awareness. Maybe, things, suddenly you kind of see the light. If there's been any type of, darkness or questions or not sure if I'm doing the right thing. Yes, the World card is all about, again, renewal and growth, transformation, moving on, right? And we also have the butterfly. I mean, Psyche on the card, she's shown as this beautiful butterfly, which is all about transformation, right? Being very much in tune with your higher calling, right? What your higher self, what the higher calling is for you to do. So maybe this choice and this ending a new beginning, a new opportunity, it is more in tune with, your life purpose. And it could have something to do with, you do have counseling as the life purpose card. Let me read you what this card says. Counseling. Here we go. It says, people frequently reveal their deepest secrets and worries to you because you're a natural counselor who channels wise advice and kind support. This card comes as a counselor for you, advising you to choose a career path involving this type of work. Since you're already performing the functions of a counselor, you may as well receive remuneration, in addition to the emotional fulfillment that counseling brings to you. The angels can support any need or desire you may have for classes that would teach you skills and lead to proper licensure. Your counseling path can be along the lines of life coaching, where you help clients organize their goals and intentions into achievable steps, or you can blend in spirituality through traditional pastoral counseling, or via the more alternative path of giving readings. Your work could also involve writing or teaching. The main point is that this life purpose uses words as a healing modality. With the proper training, you are highly qualified to conduct counseling work. Please don't think that your own life needs to be perfect before you can help others. All counselors have their own ego issues and human imperfections. The point isn't whether you have these character and life quirks. It's what you do with them that counts. As long as you listen to your clients' feelings with an open mind and heart, their needs will be served. It's interesting. And there's definitely, maybe you've been considering, trying to get into a different career path, right? One that is more in tune with your life purpose, one that is going to bring you greater satisfaction and fulfillment, right? Emotional gratitude, and then endings and beginnings. So definitely for some of you, that could be, a change in career coming towards the end of the month, or at least, a significant ending, new opportunities coming in for you. And it's all, very positive and is very much in line with, your life path and your life purpose. So looks like a great rest of the month. So I do hope that the messages have helped you in some way. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful rest of the month. Bye for now.